it's like the resurrection. This is the morning of the third day. Welcome, welcome, welcome to New Moon Wild Woman 3-day work. Oh my gosh, you're listening to another episode of Goodness from the Goddess. I am your resident host, the Goddess Builder, Kenya Pope. And I'm super excited on this March the 10th, 2016, as we're edging closer and closer and closer to the completion of an amazing reset for soul entrepreneurs. Women on a mission to earn a commission. Entrepreneurs with a heart that are determined. You guys are so kick-ass. You're determined to make a shitload of money while making an earth-shattering difference. I love saying that together just because it busts down paradigms. So I'm excited because we've gone through some major shift, right? Sometimes you want to drop the F. We've gone through some major shift. And there's a lot of reason for that. We were just in the middle of an amazing new moon for March 8th, 2016. The reason why I say that is because this new moon was also impacted by a total solar eclipse. So that means there was absolutely no sunlight and the moon was standing in full formation. And that's a great thing, ladies. As goddesses, that's a great thing. Why? Because the moon energy is goddess energy. The moon energy is feminine power. The moon energy is what pulls the tides, right? Maybe you remember this from science class, but let me help you break it down. The tides are in the water, right? And because of the moon's energetic pull, it creates a washing up where the tides come into shore. Yes? What does this mean? Water is the feminine receptive energy. It's the feminine energy. Water is our emotions. And we've been trained, right? We've been trained to bury our emotions. I know. We've been trained to call it having a bad day, being on PMS, and being a crab. But really, our emotions, if you look at the root word, there's two parts, E and motion. Motion is movement. E is out of, like an exit. So emotion is movement out of. And normally it's movement out of whatever stagnation or whatever level of the world that you're no longer satisfied with, that you've outgrown. So emotion is a signal for us to do this, but a lot of times we get stuck in the pain. And my homegirl, Kelly L. Real, life coach, really broke down an acronym for pain. So jump on her stuff on social media. I'll send a link to her stuff and ask her what the acronym for pain is. I'll make sure that she covers that tonight for all of you who are in the VIP intensive. I'll tell you more about how to get access to that in just a few. So that's what emotions are all about. They're held in the water, in the feminine principle, but also the idea of water. And so the solar eclipse allowed the moon to pull on all of our emotions. This is why we were feeling it, especially those of us who've opened up our heart, who've done some hard work, who've done some healing, who know a little bit about energy and healing and light work. We felt all of this cray-cray. Right? There was just dense energy all over the place, just mounting on top of mass. And we felt it. We felt the heaviness. And I just want you to remember that heaviness is a signal for you that there's something trying to move. There's something trying to move inside of you. There's a message that needs to be delivered to you. And sometimes you just have to allow the heaviness to sit on you. You know, allow it to sit on you and speak to you. And once it's giving you the message, you'll feel totally released. I know a lot about this because I am a clearer of energetic blocks. So for people who want to know that, we'll talk about that as well. There's a way that you can get a Divine Manifestation energetic block clearing session, 30 minutes of superpower charged from a shamanic healer like me. I'll tell you about that in a little bit if that's your cup of tea. But today I just want to give you the downloads that I've personally received in this new moon cycle and let you know that we're going to continue this. The reviews have just been awesome. The reviews have just been awesome. I want you to kind of just think about this. We decided, or actually I decided, as the creative visionary behind Goodness from the Goddess, to open up New Moon Magic so that we could have a sacred success space for women who are interested and the men who are on fire to create some dynamic manifestations in a powerhouse vortex, right? I collaborated with my girl Kelly L. Real for this month's New Moon work. And for the rest of the year, you'll see amazing women, men, thought leaders that know their stuff about this work and are a resource to you. And I'm going to make sure that you have access to them. So I'm going to read a little bit of the feedback and then I'll go straight into my energetic download. Kenya and Kelly, thanks. It was so awesome, ladies. This is going to be an amazing experience for me. I'm going to allow my abundance to the max. I deserve this. And she's got a whole heap of flowers, roses, and heart emoticons. It's so special to read these things. So I'll leave her name anonymous, but she's in our Facebook community. And if you want to join the goodness, just go to facebook.com/goodness from the goddess, all spelled regular. Facebook.com/goodness, GOODNESS from the goddess, GODDESS, right? So I learned in this particular solar eclipse, I learned about resistance. I learned that there were certain things that I was still holding on to that I thought I had let go. And how do I learn this? Normally, something will just come into my awareness. And in this particular time, it was so awesome. I had a conversation with my mom in my awareness. I'll tell you a lot more about this if you join my newsletter, because it's just a longer story. The whole point of the matter is that it allowed me to see that the healing work that I think I'm doing for you guys is always about me. And I had issues with saying that. The reason why I had issues with saying that is because I was like, oh, you guys are going to take me as selfish. But here's the real deal. If I'm not selfish, right? If I'm not like the universal self, the source of all goodness, then I don't have any place to give you source power energy. So my reminder for each and every single one of you is to absolutely be selfish about connecting to source and connecting to the universal self. The other energetic download that I got is a lot of us, right? A lot of us are stuck on the past. Even right now is the past. Every moment that we're in becomes the past within a split second. But we get so focused in staying in that energy that when something new presents itself, we're like, hold up, time out, deer in headlights. I notice this for myself too. You know, all the time I'm manifesting, I'm creating, I'm using my words to magnify my experience, to bring forth what it is that I want to see in the world. And then all of a sudden, something happens that could actually pull me closer to it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not ready. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I haven't done this. And I get stuck in stagnation. Anybody feel me? Maybe you do. So the point is, I get to assign excitement to whatever I want. Anybody ever waited for a gift? We talked about this a little bit last night, that we expect gifts in a certain form. You've got to really just tune in to get that whole message. But to piggyback on that whole message is this. You know, our gifts, when we know that they're coming, create excitement for us. And so we assign excitement. You know, we're like, okay, I'm going to be excited. My birthday is tomorrow. I'm just using that as an example. I'm going to be excited. You know, such and such a holiday is next week, and people are going to do very, very nice things for me. And so we just assign this excitement only at specific points. But really, you can assign this excitement to the new moon. You can assign this excitement to the full moon. You can assign this excitement to Wednesday or Thursday. You actually have the power to assign excitement wherever you want. That was my biggest lesson. That I get to choose that every moment is a fresh start. Every new opportunity is a fresh start. And instead of, blah, 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 and I'm not even going to speak it, I'm just going to use my words to really create what's new. So I don't have to create something new because I'm disappointed at what happened to me in my past, right? Some people say, oh, I want a new husband now because my older husband really didn't treat me well. Or people say, oh, I want a new house right now because my current house is falling apart. Blah, 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 blah. But what about the fact that you can just want what you want because you give yourself permission to? And that's really the message that I wanted to give you on this download, that you have permission to actually dream as big as you want, as loud as you want, for as long as you want, without correcting anything, without, repairing something else. It can just be what it is and live as it is. So, that was my download. Oh my gosh, another comment came in. I took so much from day one, excited for what's to come. Again, I'm going to leave the comments anonymous because I want people to feel that they have sacred space. It's just amazing to see how many women stayed on the line, of different backgrounds, of different practices in terms of connecting with source, and we could all come together and multiply our manifestations. So I talked a little bit about how you can get in on tonight's new moon work, and I'm going to make sure that my homegirl Kelly L. Real breaks down the acronym for pain. I just want you to remember that emotions are movement out of whatever level that you've outgrown. So in order to get in for tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the conclusion and the releasing of our manifestation equation, it's going to be super powerful so that you have some tools to take with you throughout the rest of your journey. You've got to go to this URL, and I'm going to spell it out for you and also put it in the comments so that you can click on the link. But if you have a pen and paper, it's http://goo.gl, right? / small k, capital K, the number 2, the letter R, capital S, lowercase z. http:// small k, goo.gl / small k, capital K, the number 2, the letter R, capital S, lowercase z. I'm going to make sure that you have that link. And tonight's focus, beginning at 7:30 p.m., will be able to, you can call from your phone, you can call in the video line so we can see your beautiful face and you can see us and actually see some of the work that we're doing hands-on live. This is a hands-on live ritual. You'll be able to step into a completely new vortex. We've done a lot of clearing work, and we've done this clearing work with you in mind, even though we didn't know your names. And so you can step into this amazing clearing, this day 3, this resurrection day, where you get unleashed as a goddess and you can walk fully in your goddess power with some specific tools to take you on your journey. I want to make sure that you're grounding yourself through this work. Lots and lots of insights, but also the grounding and the earthing so that you can marry heaven and earth in your own daily practice. This is how you're going to see phenomenal results. It's going to feel like magical miracles. And it is, right? New moon, wild woman work is magical miracles. So I'm looking forward to that. And I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that there might just be some individual things that are blocking you that you haven't been able to really access the words to describe it, right? You're just like, I don't know why I'm stuck. I just know I'm